YouTube, it's Magnus here in a video, and this is a TNA Lockdown 2014 predictions video. This is going to be my predictions on the matches that are announced. It is Saturday night, so it'll probably be Sunday by the time you see this. I don't know how many people are going to be on YouTube right now. But the first match, we got Samoa Joe versus Magnus. Well, this is the first match in the order. I believe Magnus is going to retain. I'm a huge fan of Samoa Joe, and big fan of Magnus too, but I just don't think they're gonna let let Joe win the title right now. And yeah. On to the next match, Team Dixie, Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, and the Bromans versus Team MVP, the American Wolves, or just the Wolves in TNA now, versus Jeff Hardy. And the winner gets like the control of the company, and if Bobby Roode wins, he gets 10% of TNA. That's what Dixie Carter said. But I think that MVP is going to win, and they're going to let MVP stay in TNA for some time. And yeah, Jeff Hardy's going to be returning after quite a while of being gone, a couple of months, or maybe like not a couple, probably like 2 months. Something like that. And then the Steel Cage Knockout Championship match. And by the way, all these matches are in a cage because it's their cage match pay-per-view. But it is Madison Rayne versus Gail Kim for the Knockouts Championship inside of a cage. And this is going to be a good match. The Knockouts division is way better than the Divas division. And right now, and the match that Gail Kim had with Taryn Terrell at Slammiversary was like the best women's match of 2013. But aside from that, this has the potential to be a good match, and it's a steel cage, so yeah, probably might see run-ins. But even though it is a steel cage, you might not see a run-in. But you know that Tamina Snuka looking girl, not Tamina Snuka, Lady Tapa and that one she-male, or alpha female, whatever her name is, in there. And I don't think Madison Rayne is going to be champ for much longer. I think Gail Kim's going to get the win. I don't really like either of these, but yeah, I like Gail Kim a little bit and Madison Rayne, but I don't really like these two. But we'll see what happens. The next match is a steel cage last man standing. I don't see how this is going to happen. I guess they're going to have to be inside the cage and do a last man standing. But, Gunner versus James Storm, this is going to be a good match. This match is happening because, well, I didn't really talk about the other matches. Joe and Magnus has just been happening because of lots of stuff this recently. And MVP and Team Dixie already know about that. That's just going on between the two big people or whatever, like the people with power. Gail Kim, Madison Rayne, it's just like Madison Rayne's or Gail Kim's rematch or whatever, and they've been going at it. And then James Storm and Gunner, they were partners, and then they split up, and now they was partners again for like one night, and then they split up again. And I think they're going to let Gunner win. I want to see James Storm win. I like James Storm way better than Gunner, but I think they're going to let Gunner win and give him a little bit of a push. Even though his TNA contract heavyweight thing, he didn't win the title because James Storm super kicked him in the match or whatever. And cause of that. But then next we have steel cage match, Mr. Anderson versus Samuel Shaw. And this is because Samuel Shaw has been a creep over Christy Hemme, and then Mr. Anderson is just trying to help her out or whatever. And I think Mr. Anderson is, I like him, but I think they're going to let Samuel Shaw win this one too. But, yeah, Samuel Shaw, I guess, I don't want to see him win, but I think that's who's going to win. And then this is, like, the Wrestle One person, Bad Influence, and Chris Sabin versus Great Muta, Sanada, I don't know how to say that guy in, Nakanao or something like that. I don't know. I've never heard of these guys. I don't watch Wrestle One or any Japan wrestling. I think the Japan dudes are gonna win just because it's special to see those Japan dudes on the show. And then steel cage match, Manic versus Tigre Uno, and I think that's another one of the Wrestle One guys, but I'm not for sure. I don't really know any of these guys. And yeah, for us to say, TNA is having New Japan do a thing with them, so this is sort of, I guess, competition. American company and Japan company, Wrestle One and TNA and New Japan and ROH, and ROH and New Japan are going to blow these dudes out of the water. I hate to say it, but they are. I'm sure they are. I hear more stuff about New Japan than I barely have heard anything of Wrestle One besides, like, I've heard it mentioned a few times on a podcast of Colt Cabanas and mentioned by TNA because that's like their buddy company. But I'm going to recap these. Magnus versus Samoa Joe. Magnus, Team Dixie. Bobby Roode, Austin Aries, the Bromans versus Team MVP. MVP, the Wolf and the Hardys, Team MVP. Mass and Rayne, Gail Kim. Gunner and Cowboy James Storm. Gunner, Mr. Anderson, Sam Shaw. Bad Influence, and Sabin versus Muda, Sonata, and Nakanao. I guess that's how you say his name. I have no clue. I think the Japanese dudes are going to win. And Steel Cage, Manic versus Tigre Uno. I didn't even talk about that match. Probably Tigre Uno, because he's one of those Japanese dudes, but I don't know. But, yeah, that's my predictions for TNA Lockdown 2014. And that's about it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.